Yeah, that's right, take two. Yeah, take two. See, I did a take one, but right when I started to get into the groove of things, the damn lawn service started doing their thing, you know, cutting on the lawnmowers and the leaf blowers, messing up everything. All this crazy noise in the background. Now, for some of you, you may wouldn't have mind that, but nah. I refuse to put out a review of all that noise in the background. So, here we are, take two with me, Captain Visor, as we live action. You already know what it is. Thanks again for joining me for yet another Bleach chapter review this week. This is Bleach chapter 588, titled, again, the Headless Star. What a surprise. Anyway, I gotta say, well, Headless Star 7, but I gotta say, off rip, okay? This chapter was so much better than last week. I mean, so much better, and it started out strong too. It really did. It picked up a couple seconds before last chapter ended. Now, the thing is, with last chapter, we see that last panel with Juha, Hashwath, and Uryu. You know, they're in the Royal Palace. You've seen debris everywhere. But in the beginning of this chapter, 588, we see what caused that. It was that beam of light that destroyed the bridge. So upon them getting right there in the Royal Palace, you know, Hashwath says, also, this is the Royal Palace. And we see the 5 members of Squad Zero, they sense him. And we see Hikafune, she's eating some food. And this right here was a chin scratcher right here. Because Hashwath, he says, you know, I understand your feelings. Juha was like, what are you talking about? I'm just looking at this, you know, no, he said, looking at this rotten gravestone, you know, this tombstone, I feel nothing. I feel no emotions, you know, and right there, I was thinking to myself, like, you know what, this is yet something else pointed towards the Spirit King. You know, you can put this on the shelf with what Urahara and Aizen said that time when Aizen was getting sealed and they referred to the Spirit King as Thing and It. So, clearly, we all know, and we've all been suspect that Juha knows something about the Spirit King, especially when he referred to, you know, the rotten gravestone, tombstone. I mean, something's up there. I don't know if it has something to do how with the Spirit King was in a long, eternal slumber, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, Hashwath, he goes on to open up that the shadow portal, and he calls in the Soul Debt. Now, I was surprised right there, and I'm gonna tell you why. At first, it may seem smart, you know, always come prepared with some extra backup. You know, when you have overwhelming numbers, it can be very effective, especially they have the element of surprise. But this is the thing. How much damage would these regular bottom of the barrel grunt soul dats do? I mean, now, true enough, I like the way they look, but that's just looks. I mean, this is the Squad Zero we're talking about. I mean, this... I just didn't see, you know, and what happened? We seen the ads get tossed in the background somewhere. Well, most of them. And they are interrupted by none other than Korenji. And if you see the way he shows up, his bang is sparkly, you know. And normally we can see that with Ikaku, with his shiny ball head. But with Korenji, you see the tip of his bang sparkle. Now, I like the way he addressed Juha. He tells him, like, look, do you know where you are? Like, this is the Royal Guard. This is the Royal Palace. I mean, you're a trespasser, and we don't take trespassers lightly. And he goes on to introduce himself. He says, I am the first officer, Divine Journal of the East, Tenjiro Korenji, you know, and that's when, at that point, Juha, he just screams, you know, like, do you think someone of your magnitude can defeat me? And I love the way Korenji said, you know, if I'd have thought that, I wouldn't have showed up here. I do like that. And we see the water. He summons that water. It's real high. He's taking out the regular soul debt. And he goes on to say, this is the water from the hot spring that drains the blood into Ryatsu. I do like that. But we see as it's hitting Hashwath and Juha, it's like it's not doing nothing. Yeah, we see a little explanation point on Hashwath. Maybe first he was standing there dealing with the tusk, and we said, oh damn, let me increase my, you know, blue vein. You know, maybe that's what it was. But notice we didn't see Uryu. We didn't see him. So he's probably, you know, had his blue vein up as well. Now at this point, this right here was one of the things I love about this chapter. He goes on to reveal his Shikai. First, yeah, that's right. Now his Zanpakuto, let's talk about his Zanpakuto. I didn't think that was a Zanpakuto at first because it's just like a long, just wooden handle with a plank at the end, like a spatula. And we see he unsheathed it with his toe, and he goes on to say, "Shine, Kenpika." Now, upon hearing the term Pika, I was thinking of Pikachu, but I did like that. Like, finally, we have seen the Shikai and Zanpakuto abilities of the Royal Guard. And I like the fact that it looks different because normally when we see a Soul Reaper with a Zanpakuto, it looks like your standard katana, but this isn't the case with him. And I'm hoping it's like this with all other, with the rest of the Royal Guard members, especially Oetsu. I mean, the king of the Zanpakutos. That's something I'm really looking forward to see what he is here. So, right when he released the Shikai, it cuts back to the Serite. And we see Giselle's Star Knight Z. And it's right there. she got her hand up, you know, we see Kaku and Yumachika. It's like she's boasting, not boasting, she's taunting and provoking Yumachika and Ikaku to kill her, to cut her, to damage her. And Yumachika, you know, he's suspect to it. You know, he's thinking like, wait a minute, you know, something's fishy about this. And what kills me is like he's spot on with one of the guesses. First he says it seems like she wants us to hurt her, hit her, or damage her, or kill her, or take the first swing. You know, he's picking up on it. Then he says, for example, maybe there's something with her blood. Maybe you can't touch her blood, or her blood is dangerous. I'm like, that was too scripted, too spot on with her ability. Like, come on now. But anyway, she goes on to do it. She goes on to continue to taunt them. And that's when, you know, Yumachika, he calls her out, look, you know, I'm tired of your antics and your little jokes, your little games. And matter of fact, he's like, I'm pretty sure there's something else up with you. Like, you're not even a female. I bet you're a boy. I can tell because you smell like semen. Right there. That's fucked up. But right there, I can honestly say, hands down, out of every episode and chapter I've read of Bleach, this is the most off the wall and craziest thing I've heard in Bleach, period. Yumachika, he stole this chapter, right? And just for what I'm saying, it's between him and Korinji. Korinji, you know, doing the Shikop thing, but Yumachika being raw, live, and direct saying, he smell like semen. I mean, he basically could smell and tell that she just had the odor of penis pudding. I mean, it is messed up. I mean, for you to walk around and be smelling like man gravy, and speaking of which, I know of a female that I do call man gravy. I'm going to get into that probably. I may bring it up in a real world topic, and yes, I have more of those coming. Thanks for being concerned. But, you know, I'm like, damn, and right there, that just pissed her off. And she calls out Bombietta, and we see those Reishi bombs. They bomb the area where Yumachika and Ikaku is, and right there she has a zombified Bombietta. To be continued into the chapter. Bleach 588, it came through. It really did. I mean, we had the good pacing until it was interrupted with Korinji, because now, unfortunately, things are at a standstill. And what I mean by standstill is because everything is at a standstill with fights. We see Hashwat them, they're fighting. The rest of Soul Reapers, they're fighting. It's like, now, or you could say, wait a minute, now Ichigo, he still has to make his way up to the Royal Palace, but yet, Uryu, he did say, not Uryu, excuse me, Urahara told him it's going to take a while. You know, it's going to take quite a few minutes. But right there, man, I'm further with her. I'm going to just get back to that. See, oh man, that man gravy thing a little bit later. Let's talk about how effective Korinji is going to be towards Juhai. Now, instantly, okay, he's outnumbered. He's already outnumbered. Right there, that's his disadvantage. I don't think he's worried. I mean, he's good at, I'm pretty sure he's good at Kido, hand-to-hand, you know, Zanjutsu, all those type of things. But he's outnumbered. Number one, this is Juhai. Juhai, a very powerful opponent. He still has Omeyama's Bunkai. Plus, the fact that if he one-shot at Old Man Yama, what do y'all think he can do to Korinji? Now, who knows what Korinji's ability is, true. Who knows what his Bunkai is. But at the same time, I mean, I just don't see this happen. This is messed up, how it's going to happen. And this may be a very big impact, you know, for the Squad Zero to die. It was one thing for Old Man Yama to die, but if Squad Zero die, or even lose, let's see, 3 of the members, 2 of them, hell, even 1. You know, the only way this can come out on top is if the other 4 join in and help Korinji. That way, it can all be, I'm not even going to say balanced. Well, even though Juhai and them be outnumbered, like maybe the power skill will balance it out. But you have those 5 Bunkais and Shikais against Hashwalls, Uryu, and Juhai against all of them. And it's crazy, man, you know. And I'm pretty sure Uryu, he's thinking like, man, I have no true beat the core with y'all Squad Zero guys. You know, like, I'm just undercover. You know, I got to play out this role. Well, from what we know, he's undercover. But, man, I just don't see Korinji losing this. Winning this fight. And it seemed like they may get the visor treatment. But at least Royal Guard, as far as, well, some say that's up for debate. I was going to say at least they wasn't as hyped up as the visors, but that's up for debate. But man, I'm not going to put my hopes in too high with these Royal Guard. I'm not, because we see Kubo, he just punks the Visor, so he may punk the damn Squad Zero members. But man, I actually feel kind of scared for Korinji. I mean, Korinji cool. I mean, I'm not a big fan of that damn Bang, but I like his character, his confidence. You know, I like that about that guy. But it's just not going to look good for Korinji. I'm sorry. Something is going to happen. He's going to die or get severely wounded or something. Now, on to the Yumachika. How did he, you know, I don't even want to know how he knows what semen smells like. You know, by many, Yumachika already seen, you know, suspect with the broken wrist syndrome. I mean, matter of fact, Ikkaku, you can even add him to the mix of that being suspect because he always hanging around that motivator. I'm just saying. But how do you, that's damn. I mean, maybe the rest of them damn hollow ass Quincy girls that she hang around with smell like semen also. But a Zombie 5 Bombietta. Now we see it. Yes, it was confirmed. Everybody, some people predicted that they killed her. You know, and then once, well, you say Giselle killed her. And then once Star Knight's ability was revealed, then some put 2 and 2 together. But I think Yumachika, his ability, I'm calling it right now, his ability will go perfect for this because her bombs are made of reishi. It's not actual bombs, it's reishi infused bombs. And his Shikai, you know, it absorbs the reishi. However, the messed up thing is he willing to reveal his Shikai in front of Ikkaku? It's like Ikkaku doesn't want to reveal his Bunkai, and then you and Chika don't want to reveal his Shikai. So you see, that's the dilemma thing right there. But with her being a zombie, I don't know if she can still let her fly freely or as, you know, do a whole bunch of evasive maneuvers that she was doing when she was fighting Kumamura. But if their best bet, especially Ikkaku, if you just go Bunkai, take out the main source, and that's Star Knight Z. Yeah, I know that's easier said than done. And then just, you know, maybe Gazelle, she just drop and die. But with her, if she was in her final holy form, it make you wonder what extra ability would she get in her final holy form, if that has to happen. But I don't know, man. Overall, unfortunately, I think the downfall of this chapter, this is the true start of a long drawn-out fight, because we see the drawn-out fights in Bleach, to me, was when they were in Hueco Mundo, you know, then the fake Katakura Town fight, you know, now we're going on to this. But at least it's, I don't think these fights will play out so much better than what happened in fake Katakura Town fight, because it is so many problems I had with that fake Katakura Town fight, so many. But hey, that fight is over and done with. Now we're on to the better arc, you know. But hey, that's my whole thoughts about it. These good chapter. Felt a little bit short though, very short though. Next week, I think I would like it to, but I don't think it's gonna go back to Juha and Korinji. I don't think it would. If it would, it probably may go back to it at the end of the chapter. So the rest of the chapter will probably focus on Bombietta and maybe some other official matchups between the Soul Reapers and the other Quincy. So this chapter started out strong, in the middle it stayed strong, in the end it stayed strong. It's me, Captain Visor Ace. I like the chapter. Give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. See you all next week. Signing out.